Well, welcome back, one and all. Um, Usually I'm not here for these weekend shows, and probably usually am not for other things too. But on special occasions, I do stop by, and so I just wanted to share an updated status with you guys in regards to this builder mode that's known as stadium creator, ballpark creator, I believe. So, one of the things in which I try to thrive and do good at is taking the impossible and trying to make it possible right here. As you see, there's only so much you guys can do with what is allotted to you, fortunately. And only so much you can do with what is allotted to you. But there's always a way that you can get something accomplished that you set your mind to and get it done with. And there's no different here. So this is the Camden Yards, and as I said, ladies and gents, this is where it gets complicated. Okay, this is where it gets complicated. And I said for years and years and years and years and years and years and years that this thing is difficult to build. I am here to tell you that I have lied. What I meant to say is that this building is not so much difficult to build. It's difficult to ideally match what you see in real life to what you're limited to in a digital polygon atmosphere. This right here is not accurate, but that's okay because you know why? I don't have the shapes. I just don't have them. I just don't have them. If I go do slants such as this could be a way to do it. But then you run the every victory. It's a life learned lesson that you can learn through life with this. Is that every victory requires a loss. In life. So it requires a loss. If you manage to get your shapes, you sacrifice aesthetics. If you sacrifice aesthetics, you sacrifice originality, quality of said product. In a way, you lose either way. But the name of the game is to try and make sure that you can win in the major ways that you want to win and you can win. So, for example, here, I got the shape. It's not completely accurate. There's still much work to do. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I got done what I wanted to do. And so once I get everything aligned, I can take all this stuff away and start adding brick and the tiles and all that stuff. So this serves as a place marker for those things. But ultimately, you're going to lose. But what you want to do is you want to make sure you win in the things that you want to win in. So, for example, this right here, if this was Camden Yards and I had a chance to edit this would have been a cut through. This would have been a way for people to walk through like the way it is in real life. But you win in the sense that, like, if you look like back here, you see the backdrop, you see the steel beams and all that type of stuff. So there's certain things that you can get away with when building Camden Yards in this game that unfortunately I didn't know until I pressed myself to do it. So this is what it is right here. I have a couple of clothes to dry, and then I got to organize and get out of here and get on with the rest of my day if you must. So the last portion of this to try and do is yeah, um, is the outfield bleachers and the outfield bleachers, and it is the what's it called? Um, it's the outfield bleachers, and I have to start doing most of your squares and rectangles and shapes and such to put through the stadium, because that's what exists. And some things you're gonna have to sacrifice. I can't put handrails on here because handrails take up a lot of memory. But these are things in which you must consider when you want to build a ballpark the way you want to build it. Um, it will come with sacrifice. It will come with frustration. But ultimately, do you build the ballpark in the spirit that you want to build it in? That's quite the focus that you want to get out of all this. Like, yes, it's going to come at a cost, but you just want to make sure that the cost is not to mess your original, you know, um, like you don't want to mess up your original um, plan, the way things look, and actually is a way I can do this. So when I'm not on here, I'm on Discord. ATG is where I'll be at. If you guys have questions or anything like that, just be sure to hit me up there, and I will gladly answer any questions and such that you have. Um, you know, that's just not going to work. The brick is nice though, but it's a home run deck. So I'm gonna try and show you guys. Yale, how's it going? I'm on here. I didn't intend on being on here. Back in town, so I can be able to do this. So this is what you can do for this right here. Okay. All right. It's not the right color of green, but it'll hopefully it will suffice. And that's how you get everything going the way that you want it to go. So you're looking at a whopping 44%. This is before adding trees. This is before adding buildings. And so, yeah. So there you go. The real life version is a little bit more dented than that, but given the circumstances and what you're allotted, there's not much you can do. But okay, that's the best that I can do so far. And so there's other aesthetics and stuff that needs to be added right before I do anything else. But one thing to note, so yeah, you guys can pull this off. Um, you guys can do this. I just, there's certain things that need to be adjusted and done. But Yeah, I think it can be done. So let me. I will today for the game, not last night. No, a lot of stuff happened this morning. Everybody's okay and stuff, so I can start the day. Not much. Everything's okay now, but I had a bit of a family scare, but everything's all right. Life comes at you fast, man. So you try to. Okay, so this right here is the tricky part. Um, yeah, I try not to get personal on here, except for when I'm giving like advice on life and shit. But it's whatever. So I hope so. I'll be going. So far I'm 0 for 2 in the past. So far I'm 0 for 2. Definitely not trying to get for that. Um, but see, I don't. See, that's the one thing that I don't like about this is that. Uh, uh, but I gotta do it. I gotta complete it. It's nice to finally work on this thing without having to. The 1992 version, um, 1992 version does not have. Um, 1992 version does not have. Yeah, the 1992 version does not have a full. I mean, the only thing that would probably make me stop doing this, in all honesty, is like me sitting up here saying, "Oh my God, I can't get this shape." Other than that, then yeah, this bad boy can get done. But where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I might have to cheat a little bit and bring that up. So that'll make it blend in a little bit better. Well, thank you, Yale. Let me get this shape. We're gonna get this done right, and then Cool thing, man. Good luck. I can give him some advice right now while I'm here. What's his question about his stadium? What he wants? What does he want to build? I have no problem helping him. What is his inquiry, if you must? All right, Dodger Stadium. What era does he want to make Dodger Stadium in? What year? Okay. Let me get this seating section done. What time is it? 12:29. Let me get this seating section done. Well, if he's making a modern one, he's just wasting his time. They already got a modern version in there. Why would you? It's like, one thing I like to do with people is I like to, which everybody does, but everybody lies about it. I like to project myself onto others' thoughts, which is what we do anyway in life. So, like, my train of thought is this. Ask your friend this, right? If you're going to spend that X amount of time, okay, you're going to spend that X amount of time on building a ballpark for yourself, okay? All right? Wouldn't you look around you and say to yourself, there's a modern version already in the game. Let me make an older version. Because my train of thought goes like this when I go into building stuff. It goes into the following. Okay? Either one, it's already in the game and I don't feel like building it because it's going to be too complicated to build. Which means when I say that, it means that I literally look at it and I'd be like, I seriously am exhausting. If I do this, I'm going to be exhausting. Every single ounce of knowledge, every single ounce of man labor, every single ounce of thought that's going to go into this. So I'm just not going to do it. Like, I've done Astrodome when they took the assets away. The Astrodome is basically just a circular stadium with nothing. I've done the Kingdome. I did that. And the reason why I did that was because at the time you could get away with it. You can't get away with those things now, so it's pointless to make. If you're going to make a Dodger Stadium, make a classic one. Make one from the 60s. Okay? Make one from the 60s. All right? Okay, so let's take a look at 1962 Dodger Stadium. Okay? Take a look at that one. And then what you want to do is, the most complicated thing you're going to run into is the shapes. One of the things that's going to really mess things up is the shape. So let's see right here. You go to signs. And I believe when Dodger Stadium opened up in 1962, Dodger Stadium. All right, so from the jump, his biggest issue doing this stadium is going to be the scoreboards. So this is what I suggest you to do. I suggest this person to do. Because I don't know if there's any shapes that's going to do this. But it's worth a try. Because you need a bottom part. The bottom part is because you can't reverse anything. All right, so you got this right here. This comes from Dodger Stadium. You can use it for poles and any of the other stuff. What you want to do, this is why I don't even want to, because, like, I'm the type of person where, like, okay, if you take certain things away from me, I can still do them. But, like, if you're sitting up here and you're taking, like, stuff away from me that, like, is essential to the game, I can't mess with you, homie. Can't do it. So here's what you're going to do. All right. And this honestly boils my blood by even saying it, because what frustrates me is that I want to do that shape and I can't do it. All right, so here's what you want to do. I think you can probably get away with this. So if you could just reverse this, it'd be great. Okay, so you got this. And what you want to do, concrete long wall. Cole, hello. Cole, nothing personal. I just try to keep it real and keep it honest with people. If people come to me and ask me advice, I give it to them freely. It's up to them if they want to take it or not. That's perfectly fine. So here, all right, this right here is Dodgers Stadium scoreboard right here. This is about 50% complete, because if you could reverse this right here, which you can't, but if you could reverse this right here, everything's taken care of and everything's cool. But this is what you're going to be stuck with. Okay? So you got two scoreboards that look like this. Scoreboard 1, scoreboard 2. They're going to be on either side. All right? Let's see how we can finagle this. All right, you got poles. So I'm gonna show you how to build this. Make your life a whole lot easier. Make it less difficult than what it needs to be. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna use these two poles. You're gonna use these two poles right there. And there's your scoreboard. You can't build it with this. Let me see if you can. Nope. See, because what you run into. Actually, wait a minute. Whoa. Wait a minute. Let's try something real quick. Yeah, see, you can't reverse it. So this is what you're going to do. That's how you build your scoreboards for Dodger Stadium. If you can accept, Cole, if you're listening to me, if you can accept, one thing you're going to have to accept when building Dodger Stadium is that Dodger Stadium, like this, is going to be missing the most iconic part of the scoreboard, which is the bottom half. If you're okay with that, and let's see here, you want to put some you can do this for the scoreboard. It's not going to be perfect, but it's better than nothing. Okay? That's what you can put in for scoreboards. Now you may want to write some stuff in there, do some stuff. If you want to make it a timepiece, you gotta own up to the timepiece that you got, and then that's it. So that's the best I can give to you, my man. They in this mode, Cole, if it's one thing I can tell you, in this mode, and we've been saying this since MLB The Show 21, until they make these shapes reversible, like you can spin it, turn it, flip it, all that type of stuff, life will always be difficult, more difficult than what it needs to be. So, hey, thank you for stopping by. All right. So when you do scoreboards like this and you do awkward seating sections, this is kind of what you run into, right? This is the, you know, this is what you run into. So you're going to have to sacrifice something. You have to sacrifice the fact that this is about that far away from home plate, that far away from the line. So when I am here, you take a good look at this again. $12:40, you got to leave soon. One thing I need to get done right, okay? One thing I need to get done right is it diagonal? Yep, it's diagonal. So if it's diagonal, I got it. Okay, so this is it. Next thing I want to focus on is the scoreboard. I'm going to save this. Scoreboard gets a little. Don't let the batter's eye knock you off kilter. Do accordingly what you were going to do regardless. So, I might, if I got time, I'll show you guys how to do that. That's why I'm gonna just keep it pushing. I'll come back to filling all this stuff in and doing some magical crap with it. Because actually, wait a minute. Let's see what I can get away with here. See, and that damn thing is too. See what I mean? Let's see what I can do with that. If I can cover it over, fine. If I can cover it over, fine. But can't do it, see? That's the problem you run into. So you got to pick your battles. This right here, putting it up like this, game changer. But, look at what you run the risk of. So that's what I thought I could get away with that, but look at that. You can't get away with it. Can't get away with that. That would have been a game changer right there because you got now it makes sense. But you know what? You can't get away with that. That's going to screw up other stuff. So just leave it like that. Come back later to it, figure it out at some point, or probably never will figure it out. Thankfully you have this right here covering everything. So that will be your illusion. It's just it throws me off about the scoreboard though. Okay, so So second base is diagonal to that. So now what I'm going to do the scoreboard. Bring up Camden Yard scoreboard. Okay. So this is what y'all came to see. Here you go. This is how you can possibly make your Camden Yards scoreboard. I'm going to do what I can to make this thing work. Okay? No guarantees, but this is what you can do to make this thing work. Okay? I need a good look at this thing. Even though I've seen this thing for years and years and years. Okay. All right, so what you got here is something you want to eliminate in the middle. So you just want to go there, do this. Surely I can do better. I'm gonna take every single thing out that's green. Everything out that's green. Everything out that's green. See what we got here. So we got this. This. Okay. All right. This green is a Kelly green, so it's not a deep dark green. Excuse me there. It's not a deep dark green that you can get away with. This right here actually works, but the problem is that it extends out too far. Let's see what happens here. This is what I'm talking about when I say this is a very, 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 very frustrating ballpark to make. Very frustrating because the parts you want are not there. They're just not. And let's see what we got here for lights. So you need something like this. Of course, the batter's eye can't put lights around it, so it's kind of dumb. But you would need something like this. Okay. 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 So this isn't going to be fully perfect. It's never going to be. But what you're gunning for, what you're aiming for, is you're going for, can I put this in the most spiritual aspect of Camden Yards possible? All right. Now, is this perfect? No, not by a long shot, but it's a start. Like, you can always go back, change things up if you want to. So for instance, I kind of like this. Look at that. If I had a chance to use that, I would, but this is an asset that was taken from a ballpark that you see what I'm saying? Like, it's, but I would love, and I mean love, put about one more up there like that. There we go. Now let's take a look at what I can do with this now. Okay. Let's get rid of all this. Now we're getting somewhere. Let's get rid of all of this. Let's move this down. I know, and I know what I'm gonna have to do. You're gonna get that iconic little wrinkle on there. So that's gonna be cool. Just take it a little bit up. And there's always a way. It's just whether you are whether you're ready for it. All right, is the scoreboard just as tall as the scoreboard just as tall as the warehouse? Because if that's the case, I might have to bring it down just a smudge. Because you can see the scoreboard. Like, this is from the view of the Royal Sonesta. This is a view from there. All right, just want to get the scoreboard done, and then. Oh man, I just wish they had that. So I could just. I wish they had that, so I could just. Okay, let's do some train of thought here. Get this out of here. Get this out of here. All right, so it is below the lights. That means I think the lights are a little bit more so. So I'm gonna move this down. Just to note, SDS, this is some of the stupidest stuff that you guys ever did for this. Was this thing is in no way, shape, or form harming or hurting the scoreboard or the batter's eye. The fact that you guys are doing this is dumb. So it just screws up everything. It just messes up the whole entire process of getting the scoreboard right. So there we go. It's just the hang-ups, the hang-ups, the weird hills to die on in this game is just, oh God, unbelievable. And that concludes today. Definitely concludes today's stream. If you have any more questions, inquiries, or stuff in which you would like to know about, be sure to always hit me up. I will always be available. If not, then somebody else will be. Like, I'm joking, but I'll always be available to listen to what anybody has questions about, inquiries, or anything such as that. Just be sure to hit me back, and I'll definitely keep it good. So yeah, I gotta look at the scoreboard and see like how all that works in the batter's eye. I think it's facing this way. That's what it does. Yeah, it's facing this way. But I'll get all the proper measurements and stuff for that. The bullpen is right about here. So bullpen gets a good looking at 2 with this. And then it gradually builds up to this right here. And then you have your slope. So that will all be worked on next week. And there you go. This is a work in progress, Camden Yards. Take it easy, folks.